Hey, I'm back. So I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible because the sun is about to go down and I was supposed to film it this morning, but if I really sat here and told y'all what the hell happened today, like, shit was crazy. Like I promised in my last video, I'm going to be talking about vision boards and basically how to make the perfect vision board. So for those of you who don't know what a vision board is, vision boards are basically anything that you envision your future to be like, anything that you picture, anything that you want in life. You put it on a poster board, or I started off in a poster board. Then I started off in a big picture frame, basically it looked like a collage. So when people came in my room, they really wouldn't think it was a vision board. They'd be like, oh wow, this is a really nice picture, but they didn't know that was my vision. Like, I didn't want people knowing that, like, I didn't want people to sit there and stare at it, like, you know, like, it's very personal. Then I moved on to little picture frames. So now in my room I have little picture frames everywhere, and then in each one it has like little stuff, and it's kind of like in their own little category in each frame. And then I also have one in my closet, so when I'm getting ready and I'm getting dressed and all this, like, I'm staring at my vision board, reading everything on it, visualizing, like, picturing myself there while I'm getting ready to go to work and all that, right? So there's different ways you can do it. I would definitely start out with like a little poster board or like a cork board where you can like thumbtack some pictures on there. That's a really good way to do it, and it's kind of like aesthetically pleasing as well. And always put your vision board in a place where you can see it. So mine is on my wall, so I look at it when I wake up before I go to sleep. And I have another one in my closet, like I just mentioned. So I'm constantly reminding myself of how I picture my life to be. So the first step to your vision board is figuring out what you're gonna put it on. And after you figure that out, you're gonna go on Google, you guys, or Pinterest. Don't go looking through magazines. That takes forever. I don't recommend really vision parties either. Like vision board parties, how people like have, and like a whole bunch of people are looking at your idea and you're like cutting out the same shit out the magazine. Like, no, do not get none of your pictures from magazines. Don't get none of that. I want you guys to go on Pinterest or Google. Say you want to go to Tulum, Mexico, or Thailand or somewhere, right? That's an example. Google that or Pinterest that. Look at the picture, close your eyes, and envision yourself right there. Okay? And it should take about 3 seconds. If you don't see yourself right there in that moment, it's not the right picture. Like, there's some pictures where you see where really you're like, damn, like, you know, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like when I look at some pictures, like, I really picture myself there. If I don't picture myself there, that's not going on my vision board. So that's definitely a thing. And then also, when you look at cars, like, put the outside of the car, go and look at the interior of the car, get all of that on Google, Pinterest, whatever. Take all those pictures. Like, if you want a Range Rover, if you want a Lexus, Mercedes, like whatever it is, take the picture exactly how you want, or like the model and make and whatever car you want, and also take images of the interior, all of that, print it out, and definitely envision yourself sitting in the car. Envision yourself getting the keys off the counter each morning to get into your car. Envision signing the papers to that car, all that. So anytime you look at that, that's on your vision board, that's exactly what you're going to be thinking about. So basically, you can add anything on your vision board. Quotes that motivate you, just affirmations. You can put pictures of trips, of cars, of clothes, like purses, shoes, like whatever you want in life, your dream office, anything you want, post on your vision board. So what I do after I find all of these images, I save them to my computer, then I put them on a Word document, and I put them all, like, you know, the sizes that I want and everything. So when I print it out, they're the sizes that I want. And then I cut them out and I put them on my vision board. Okay. And then you can kind of create it how you want. Like, you can add like little fun stuff around it or whatever. I keep mine pretty simple. Another way that you can incorporate vision boards into your daily life basically is kind of a vision board to go. So basically what I mean by that is your wallpaper. Okay. Your lock screen to your phone. Make the collage. You can screenshot the things off Google or Pinterest. make the collage and make that your lock screen or your wallpaper to your phone. So now every time you look at your phone or wherever, you're literally seeing your vision. And then it's gonna get to the point where you might not even be realizing that you're looking at it, or like even when you're just scrolling through your phone, whatever, like sometimes you see it, your subconscious is picking that up. Even when you have the vision board in your room, you're not just sitting there staring at it all the time. Like look at it in the morning and before you go to sleep, but subconsciously throughout the day while you're walking in and out of your room, your subconscious brain is picking all that up and still absorbing that information. So that's why I say put it somewhere where you're constantly looking at it, even if you're physically not meant, like even if you're physically consciously not looking at it, your subconscious is looking at it because it's still in your peripheral. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And why you should make a vision board is, it's really a no-brainer. A lot of successful people, they all start out with vision boards. People that are still, you know, consider themselves successful millionaires, all this, they still have vision boards to this day. It's always just a reminder of what to look forward to in life. Like it's automatic, like push to your day that you need sometimes, you know? Sometimes when we run into problems in life, we tend to naturally think negative and all that, but when you have a vision board, it kind of puts you in a place and you're kind of more grounded and you're like, okay, refocus. This is what I'm going forward, like thinking about. This is what I'm expecting out of my life, and this is how I want my life to be, and I'm not going to stop until I get there. So now I'm going to share with you guys my previous vision boards and how they became my reality. I love telling this story, you guys. Okay, so I made my vision board, my first vision board a couple years ago, and I done added so much stuff on there. I put, you know, bachelor's degree, I put a new house, I put a bigger closet, I put a salon suite because I wanted to do nails. I put a salon suite, I put a picture of New York, a picture of Miami, all this, right? Tell me why I went to Miami and I went to New York all in 1 year. And this is after I probably had my vision board at that time for a couple of months, and I kind of was like, you know, I just had on my, you know, wall, and I wasn't like really paying attention to it as much anymore. That's why I say your subconscious is picking it up, whether you're staring at it or not. So basically I ended up doing that, and I come back and I sit on my bed and I look up and I'm like, oh my God, like I literally just did all this shit. And then the view, this is what's really creepy. The view of the New York skyline that I was looking at was the same exact place where I took my picture when I went to go for New York Fashion Week. It's the same picture, you guys. The picture I took and the picture that I found on Google, same exact picture. Like, this is why it's so important to make vision boards. You're literally shifting your reality of how you want it to go. Then I got a salon suite. I got my bachelor's. Then I updated a little bit and put a salon on there instead of a salon suite. I got a salon. Then I end up not taking this huge opportunity that would have made, like, it would have had me moving to New York or whatever, and I actually turned it down. 2 months later, I signed the lease to my salon, like now, and I'm like, wow, like you really have obstacles in your life that you overcome, and you think it's like, wow, like why did I not take this, or damn, like this was my only chance, and da-da-da. But it's like, no, what's meant for you is always going to be for you. And then the fact that 2 months later I got the salon that was on my vision board, what? It's really a blessing of how the universe and God works, and how you have a say-so in your life. Like, you do. You really, really do. So another thing that you guys don't know, and I don't think I've shared this story with like social media, but like my close friends and family know. So my parents have been talking about moving for the longest, and I just was so content with living in this small ass house. Like, I was just so content, right? And I was just like, there's just no way. Like, you know, when sometimes like you just feel like there's no way that this is gonna happen. But I still had a little bit of hope, and I put a new house on my vision board, all this. This one day, me and my mom, after she picked me up from high school, we went riding around, not from high school, I think it was after high school. We just went riding around neighborhoods, right? And we entered this like neighborhood. It was so pretty, all this. And I'm looking at this house. I was like, oh my God, Mom, stop the car. This house, this is the exact house I want to live in, like just like this. And if we don't live in this house, I want a similar house just like this. Is beautiful. She's like, are you crazy? Do you know how much money that house costs? There's people living in the house. It's not even for sale. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the guy literally is outside watering his plants, looking at me like, why is this bitch staring at my like house? And I'm just like, wow, like I'm about to take a picture of it. The guy literally is in the picture. I was literally in awe of how beautiful this house was. And it wasn't too big, it wasn't too small, like it was perfect. And I was like, I want this house. Like, it spoke to me. Like, when you see something, you know that it's yours already, right? So fast forward 5 years later, I think I took that picture in 2014. Still on my phone. Tell me why we are living in that same exact house right now. I can't make this shit up. So I literally, my parents would be like, okay, let's go look at this house. And I'm like, bruh, like, why do we keep looking at these houses and y'all keep saying no? Like, we're literally looking at prices over our price range, under our price range, and y'all don't like it. If it's over our price range, you guys are like, no, this is too much. So I'm like, why are you guys even wasting your time looking at it? So basically, there was always something wrong with each house we looked at. I swear to God, we looked at every house in my city, and I'm just like, what is going on? I was like, call me when y'all actually buy a house so I can get my shit. That's it. So basically, they ended up calling me one day and was like, okay, we moved. Come look at the house. Okay, cool. I pull up and I'm like, Mama, this is the house. Like, this is the house. I literally showed her the picture of the house. It says November something 2014. I was like, Mama, like, this is the house. My parents were literally like, what the fuck? Like, I manifested that, you guys. And the thing is, like, I would like go through my camera roll and just look at it sometimes. And like, even a year later, 2 years later, like after I took the picture, I would just stare at it and be like, damn, like, I really want this house. Here we are. So I say all that to say, make a vision board. Make your phone wallpaper, lock screen, all that your vision board. Constantly remind yourself how you want your future to be. You shape your own reality. Just know that. And one thing I will say is, when you wake up in the morning, listen to motivational speeches. Listen to positive music. Don't automatically listen to bullshit music that's out right now. And it's not really bullshit, but to your soul, it kind of is. Rappers and singers and everybody says, like, in their songs, a lot of it is really negative and toxic, and we're not realizing that, but our subconscious is picking all that up. You're literally, okay, this is the thing I always say. People listen to music to escape their reality, right? But all it's doing is forming your reality. So you're not escaping nothing. You're actually forming your reality. Like, when you listen to affirmations, anything that people say, when you're around negative friends, negative people, the music you listen to, everything, that's forming your reality. When you keep intaking negative or positive things, you're literally putting yourself in the position of how you want your future to go. The first 30 minutes to an hour of your day in the morning affects your whole entire mood of the day. So wake up, listen to motivation. I really wanted to say motivation and positive at the same time. Okay. Listen to positive motivational songs or speeches or whatever. Just make it to where you're intaking positivity into your morning so your day can go a whole lot better. I promise you, do it for a month. You guys do it for a month. You're literally going to be like, okay, I see, there's a change. You know what I mean? And then the change always gets better. Always gets better. So limit the type of negativity coming in and out of your life, and you have control over that. So yeah, I really just want all of you guys to make a vision board, and it's the perfect time because it's about to be a new year. There's so many things in today's society that allows us to kind of fall off track. First thing people do when they wake up, listen to music or go on social media, and you're automatically hearing and seeing some bullshit. So it's like, why are you starting your day like that? So definitely the first 30 minutes to an hour, listen to motivational speeches or positive music or whatever it is, just to set the tone of the day, set the tone for the week, set the tone for the month. You guys are really gonna be like, wow, like I really see a positive change in my life. It is definitely getting dark out here. So I'm about to go because I feel like I don't want to ramble too much. And I felt like I gave you guys a whole bunch of pointers on vision boards, and I hope that I kind of persuaded you guys into making one, especially for the new year, because it really is a life changer. It is a game changer, you guys. Like, please, please, please do it. Everybody and their mama that are successful, they do it. Like, why can't you do it? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's time to take control of your life. Make a vision board. Be positive. Listen to motivational speeches. You guys got this. So with all that being said, I will see you guys in my next video.